Hi guys and welcome to Keyboard Kraken. In this video, I'm going to be taking my first noobish steps into Monster Hunter Rise. You may have seen a bunch of videos from guys who are veterans to the series. This definitely isn't that. This is going to be my journey through the game as almost a complete noob to hopefully something halfway approaching a decent hunter. Now maybe this will be a Rocky style montage of episodes where I get better and better as we go along. But equally, it could just end up being a compilation of all my failures. We'll have to wait and see. Who can say where the road goes? Before I show you how I've gotten on so far, allow me to quickly fill you in on my previous failure with the series, my feelings about Rise going into it, and the rules that I'm going to follow throughout this journey. As far as my previous experience with Monster Hunter goes, I've only played Monster Hunter World, and only the first few bosses. Basically, I just kept playing them again and again, trying all the different weapons to try and find one that clicked, and none of them really did, and I just got burnt out, and I moved on to other things. That won't be happening this time, because I've already decided on Sword and Shield as my weapon for Monster Hunter Rise. Now going into Monster Hunter Rise, I'm feeling really positive about it, and I really like the look of the game. I played the demo, and I loved everything about it. The one thing I didn't love, I suppose, was that the second boss proved quite difficult for me. So sometimes I was able to beat it, sometimes I wasn't. I just wasn't consistent against it at all, and even when I did beat it, it was a big effort to do so. But I eventually realised that the demo experience wasn't a true experience of what I'm going to get in the game. And what I mean by that is, by the time I get to that monster in the main game, I'm going to have better armour, better weapons, and a lot more experience under my belt. So it shouldn't be the challenge that it was in the demo. Now as for the rules that I'm going to be following throughout this journey, they really boil down to 4 key points. Number 1, I'm not going to be messing about with other weapons. As we've established, that's what did me in on Monster Hunter World, so I'm not going to be doing it this time. I'm sticking with Sword and Shield throughout the entire game. Now, maybe I'll hit a boss where I can't beat them with a Sword and Shield, and maybe then I would try like a ranged weapon or something like that. But my intention going into it is to try and stick with Sword and Shield throughout the whole thing. Rule number 2, no matter how crap I do, I will show you every time I fail. So if the boss smashes me in one hit, I will show you. If I just completely cock up and do something dumb and get myself killed, I will show you. So no matter how embarrassing it is, you will see those failures. Number 3, I'm not going to be optimizing myself to ridiculous levels, min-maxing every aspect of the game. I'm not going to be equipping whatever is deemed to be like the best gear at that point in the game. I'm just going to be equipping whatever seems best to me, whichever stuff looks the coolest, things like that. And it's just going to be my natural, normal playthrough of the game. And finally, number 4, I will do this whole game in single player. So for me, the easiest cop out here would just be to get some friends in to get me through the game, carry me along, and that's not what I want. I want to do this single player by myself, and if either I can beat the game or I can't. But if I do beat the game, it'll be because I'm good enough to do so. So here we go. We're going to see the footage from my hunts now. Now, will I perform the combos correctly all the time? Hell no. Will I repeatedly fail to make the most of every opening? You're damn right I will. And will I flail about uselessly like a Magikarp? Yeah. All the time. I'm going to miss attacks all the time, just to let you know. But this is the noob's journey, so that's what you probably expect. So now we're going to jump into my game. Right off the bat, creating my character did take me about 4 million hours, so I'll just skip to the key points. I went with really basic hair. I gave myself 1 yellow eye and 1 red eye, because everybody knows that step 1 of becoming a badass is looking like one.
Eli, what happened?
I'm flipping the script.
Wait, you the kid with the lip?
Next, I changed my clothes because I didn't want to spend 1 second of my time wearing these hot pants, whatever the hell that was meant to be on his top half. So the sleeveless top and gloves combo that you see here means this man means business. So that's why I went with that one. I could have spent all day designing the Palamute, but I eventually went with this guy and called him Ichigo. For my Palico, I went with this little mint green dude who I called Grogu. I gave both of these companions matching red and yellow eyes like my hunter, because why the hell not? Then my journey began. I woke up, played with a dog, met the twins, saw some big monster in the sky, saw a cat have sex with a fish, and then considered ending the journey right there. But I carried on and met old man Logan, who then proceeded to laugh like a maniac for no real reason. During a brief tour of the village, I met this legend. I got an owl for reasons I still don't understand, and I called the owl Gandalf. I blew through the training missions and I did some hunts to kill small creatures and kill a great Azuchi, which let me craft a bone weapon which did a bit more damage. This was super easy since I'd killed it in the demo already, and zero challenge even to me. My next big fight was with this giant honey badger. Now my main tactic against this guy was just use the wire bug move to wear him down, let myself get slapped about a bit, but just try and, avoid the odd occasional attack, and then wait for my wire bug move to come back so I could do it again. Not the best option, but it seemed to see me through. At one point, Great Azuchi stopped by to heckle us, so I jumped on his back and used him as a weapon. Here I decided picking up materials was more important than fighting the monster, but I pulled it off somehow. After this, he limped away and I found him sleeping. Now rather than putting the barrel under his head as I'd seen people do in Monster Hunter World, I for some reason just dropped it by his leg, so not my finest hour. However, I did finally beat him with the patented wirebug method. A few minor quests later, I accepted the quest to fight Great Baggy. Speaking of which, I really love these monster intros, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of them throughout the game.
Don't stop. Don't linger. Don't sleep in this den. For the beast will find you, and you'll never wake again.
Now, on the Baggy hunt, I ate a good meal, I collected a bunch of buffs, and then I threw myself into this fight, hoping I wasn't going to see a sudden jump in difficulty or anything like that. It started out okay, and this time I decided to try and do some more fancier things, so I experimented with the perfect rush attack, which mainly I just missed, and I also made use of the X and A attack, because I noticed that I could then redirect myself a bit if I was attacking in the wrong direction. At one point, I got bitch slapped while drinking a Coke, and then the little shit ran off laughing. Thank Christ Old Man Logan wasn't there to see that. Anyway, I trapped him down and this giant rabbit flew in like a missile, which reminded me of that rabbit from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. What I did then was I got on the bunny and got my first mounted Punisher, which felt pretty good. Now, by the end of that, I knew that I had the monster on the ropes. I could practically feel the victory already. So I was just building up for that big final attack, like the cool anime style move that was going to finish him off and make me feel cool and look cool, and I thought this would be a nice bit for the video now when I smash him. But actually my companions just finished him off for me, which felt pretty bad. Like, I know this is a team effort, guys, but come on, you didn't have to do me dirty like that. So hopefully that's not going to happen again. So here we are, I think I'm about 6 hours in now, haven't carted once. I know these monsters are meant to be pretty easy anyway, but I'm really enjoying the game so far. Hopefully I can keep this up. I think what I'm going to do is just stick with this current gear until I start struggling a bit more, but we'll see how that works out for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next step in this ridiculous journey. If you have any requests on what you'd like to see more of next time, such as more info on what gear I have equipped or anything like that, please let me know. So until next time, take care.